I want to talk about the face map. So basically, if you look at your face and what organs link to what areas, the cheeks are the area which link to your respiratory system. These are the kind of tips we really just, you know, kind of push to the side because we just don't think they're going to be as effective, but really they can be so powerful. On the fruit front, there's 2 fruits for acne on the cheeks. I really recommend you try and either reduce or just get out. Hey guys, what's up? So today I want to talk about cheek acne, and oh my god, have I been there. I had acne all over my cheeks. So in today's video, I thought I would just share all the tips I have when it comes to cheek acne, whether that be lifestyle, diet, skincare, just anything that can affect it, and hopefully this video is going to help you out. So let's get straight into it, but before we do, as always, if you haven't already, make sure you come join the team, press subscribe. I'd love to have you a part of it. I post videos every single day, Monday to Friday, and it's all around skincare and health, wellness, all that kind of stuff, but mostly skincare. So first, I just want to reel off some just lifestyle habits that you can just make sure aren't contributing to your acne on your cheeks. So one will be pillowcases. Not only just changing them regularly, like I change my pillowcase probably like at least twice a week, at least minimum. And also what I do is that every time I sleep on it, I rotate my pillow as well. And another tip I actually do as well is sometimes I might turn my pillowcase like inside out. I know that's like another step ahead, but yeah, I just like to have a real clean sheet. So I will, like, you know, sleep on one side, switch over, sleep on the other, then I'll turn the pillowcase inside out and do the same. Otherwise you're just always washing these linen pillowcases, but it's super important and it helps out your skin so much. The other thing though is the washing detergent. So I really recommend you check out your washing detergent to make sure that that isn't contributing to the acne on your cheeks and not making anything worse. Also, the next thing is your phone, so making sure you clean that. I must say I'm not as good at that. I need to clean mine probably more often. Seeing which cheek, if you have one that's worse than the other, is it the one that your phone's always at? Just making sure you clean that. I sometimes use like a bit of surgical spirit just to go over it. Sometimes I've even put like micellar water over it just to give it a clean. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. The other one would be also your hands. So the cheeks, especially if you are at school or, you know, you're at your job and you're on a desk, if you lean on your hand at all, just being wary of where your hands are. I just try and keep them off of my face whatsoever because you don't realize how much bacteria we pick up and then you touch your face. So yeah, definitely be aware of that. And yeah, I think that's it for like just general, like, you know, day-to-day tips. The next one let's move on to is I want to talk about the face map. So basically, if you look at your face and what organs link to what areas, the cheeks are the area which link to your respiratory system. So this is where you'd be thinking, you know, do you smoke? Are you always around you know, people who do smoke? Do you live in a very polluted area? Do you have allergies? Allergies is a really big trigger for this cheek area, especially on like the apples of the cheek. This really does make sense when it comes to like rosacea, because if you think about it, it comes up on those cheek areas just here, and you know, rosacea can be really triggered by environment and like pollution and things like that, and it's because it is linked to the respiratory system. So yeah, that's something I also think about. I think allergies is a really like good one to look into. Not necessarily food, I'm talking more things you might inhale, like dust allergies, pet allergies, you know, environmental like hay fever or like certain trees and pollens and things like that. Now when it does come to like environment, there's not really too much we can do in terms of pollution and stuff, because unfortunately, do you know what I mean, it's not like we can just wake up and decide I'm not gonna breathe in pollution today. So what I would recommend here is making sure you pay attention to your respiratory system and give it some love. So practice your breathing. Also, I really like neti pots, which help to clear out your sinuses as well. So if you are in a polluted area, I think they're great. So what a neti pot is you basically, it's like a little mini teapot. You fill it up with it has to be filtered water. Never put like tap water into it, but filtered like hot, put like boiling water in first and then put like filtered cold water on top, just to make sure it's like lukewarm, like not too hot, you don't like burn your nose. And then put a little bit of pink salt inside, and then what you do is you put like the neti pot up one nose, and then you go like that and it drips out the other side, and that just really goes up for your sinuses and just really clears everything out. So that could be really beneficial as well, just for like your breathing. And also that's a really good tip if you ever get a cold, really good one, because the salt also helps to kill like any like bacteria that's up there as well. Also, sticking on the breathing front, this is actually where you might find things like meditation, mindfulness and things like that actually do make an impact on your acne if it is linked there. So I would definitely recommend, you know, just giving it a go, give it a little trial. But I mean, we should be trying to get this into our daily life anyway. I think it's so important for just our overall well-being. But yeah, I think with acne, these are the kind of tips we really just you know, kind of pushed to the side because we just don't think they're going to be as effective, but really they can be so powerful. So I really recommend that. Right, now let's move on to some diet stuff. So the first one is definitely sugar. This is an area where sugar really likes to play with, because also with our cheeks, that also is kind of linking down to our hormonal area, which is more like down lower jaw, chin. But yeah, definitely with cheeks, just be mindful of your sugar consumption. Now this doesn't necessarily mean, you know, we've got to avoid sugar. Maybe you're just overdoing it, and that could be across a variety of all types of sugar, whether that be, you know, refined sugar to fruits. On the fruit front, there's 2 fruits for acne on the cheeks I really recommend you try and either reduce or just get out, is mangoes and bananas. Oh my god, like, I've done so many skin consultations where I've spoken to people who've got acne on their cheeks, and literally, like, I say, like, what kind of fruit do you like, and they say mango, bananas. We take it out and the acne reduces like crazy. I don't know why those 2 fruits are such a trigger for those areas. I don't know what the in-depth link is. It's just through like experience, you know, from meeting some people as well, and, you know, just getting feedback from other people's journeys, is that those 2 fruits can really just trigger stuff. So I really recommend trying to switch those for more lower glycemic fruits. So that would be another tip. Try and go from high glycemic more down to low. So grapefruit swaps are going from, like, you know, the bananas and mangoes and things to berries. Berries are a great option. So that could be like any kind of berries, like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, whatever. But I think overall, just being very mindful with your sugar consumption, because just lowering that down, you might really see it helps with your like acne on your cheeks. I think my overall skincare tip for any acne on the cheeks is that our cheek area is a very sensitive part of our face. I think when it comes to the skin on the face, like for example the forehead can usually take much more like stronger ingredients, I find, and like sometimes with the chin as well, but I feel like the cheeks can be really sensitive. So I would just have an overall gentle approach. Now when I say gentle for this video, I'm not saying, you know, don't go near acids, don't go near like all these harsh ingredients, and, you know, go like natural. I'm not actually saying that. What I mean by gentle approach is that, okay, if you're gonna go for an acid, go for a lower dose acid. And I think the other key as well is just not overdoing it on that cheek area. I think when it comes to, like, for example, if you're using AHAs and like BHAs, things like that, I think, like, for example, the forehead I usually find can handle it a lot better, like I said, than the cheeks. So sometimes I find that you might get away with using an AHA on your skin, like on your forehead every single day, but maybe that is just too overwhelming for your cheeks. So just, you know, kind of be mindful with that as well. When I experience acne on my cheeks, I find my biggest triggers are sugar. I think sugar is probably my biggest one, and then not exfoliating enough. I think exfoliating is really important. So I sometimes find I get tiny little bumps just back here on my cheek, and I find just, you know, making sure I don't miss that area as well. I think that's another tip as well, is that when you're washing your face, making sure you're really getting every area, because I think sometimes we can just, you know, wash these main parts, and this little bit here can kind of get forgotten about sometimes. So just really making sure you got back there as well. And then the other thing actually I just want to pop in here is your shampoo. Check your shampoo, because when you're shampooing your hair, obviously it does come down to this part of your hairline too, and that could be seeping onto your cheek. Another tip I have is that if you wash your hair after the shower, I do actually just run a little bit of micellar water just around my face, even if it's just like around the perimeter, just to make sure any residue from shampoo is just not on my face. Also, another tip I have, which I forgot about, is makeup. So I would definitely pay attention to what makeup products you're putting on the areas where the breakouts are bad. I used to find that actually with my powders. I realised my skin didn't like mica in products, so I actually now have bronzers which don't use that, and they are fine with my skin, or like the ingredients really low down on the list. Oh my god, actually a good example of that is I used to use, like back when I used to wear more makeup, I used to use the Clinique Chubby Stick, you know, the contour one, curvy contour it was, and I loved it, but I noticed every time I used it I used to get breakouts where I popped it. So yeah, it is a good tip, just checking what makeup you're putting where on your face. But anyway guys, I think that's it when it comes to my big tips for acne on the cheeks. So I really hope this video was helpful. Maybe there's something in here you're like, had a little light bulb moment with, and hopefully it's going to help you guys out. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and next week I'm going to do this video but focusing on forehead acne. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and yeah, come join the team. To my side right now, I'll pop another video if you want to go check out some more from me. But anyway guys, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.